Archie?
Thursday.
Thursday. November the... What date?
Oh, don't. November. Could be anything.
16th.
No, we're actually in the Dovecot pub in the heart of Middlesbrough. I usually do lives here after every Borough game, home game. But today, alongside me, I would refer them as my pals, Archie Stevens and Terry Cochrane. Come on, you make yourself say,
Yeah.
Hey, come on,
Yeah.
get down top.
Cheers.
And by the way, it's only Iron Brew
Shandy. It's a Shandy Iron Brew.
How did you two become friends? Because you played in different eras, didn't you? Come on, how did you
No,
become mates?
we didn't play in different eras. He played for Bristol Rovers and I played for Gillingham at the time.
Oh,
and I
right.
didn't know I played against him at that time.
Right.
And I don't think I met you at that time. It was up here I met you, wasn't it, Arch?
Yeah.
And the bongo?
No, Bulk Hall.
Oh, bongo, no, I thought it was a bongo.
Well, when I
Bulk
met Terry up here, it was at, I think one of the games. I just said that I was at Bristol Rovers when you scored probably one of your finest goals ever, and he went, "What was that game? Who was it?" Bristol Rovers. Said, "Yeah." Can you remember the goal? And he talked me through it like it was.
As if it was yesterday.
Was that a great goal, like?
Halfway line.
No. Beckham, yes.
One of
Against
his.
Crystal Palace.
And they're talking about Rooney and
Tell us
Beckham.
about it. No, seriously, I don't know about
The
that.
keeper come out, didn't he? And he hit it short. I was in the halfway line. I just
On the
pushed
wing?
it. I just pushed it and I hit it first time. Went into the top
Have you got
corner.
it on camera?
No, it was never
Oh,
on.
we don't believe you then.
Yeah,
You're a
I know.
sniffer.
Yeah,
It
it's
gets
only for
better. It gets better when it's not on TV.
It gets better when I keep telling him how good it was.
Tell us a bit about your background. You obviously for Liverpool, yourself, Terry, for Islands.
Yeah.
Tell us a bit about your background, Terry.
Well, I played in the Irish League for about 3 years for Linfield, and then I went to Coleraine. Actually, I went out of Linfield because of the political thing.
Yeah, how difficult was that?
I married a Catholic, you see.
No, I know you did. You married a Catholic, bro.
Linfield at that time didn't.
Didn't entertain that.
No.
And how difficult was that for you then? Did you feel as if you had to move because of that?
Yeah, I think I didn't want to leave Linfield, but the hierarchy got me together and said, "Well, Terry, it's not really our policy, but the fans will give you a hard time
If you find out.
if they find out. They would give you a hard time." He said, "Because it's all red, white, and blue, isn't it?" So the next thing was Bertie Peacock was down at the office the Thursday night when I came in, and I went to Coleraine.
Wow. Just because who you were marrying, wow.
Yeah,
It's sad, isn't it, really?
Yeah, it is sad, but it's all water under the bridge now, isn't it, Bernie?
So your background, apart from the football, what was it like growing up in Ireland? Was it a mixed community?
Yeah,
Was
it's
it-
a little village near the shores
Right.
of Stratford Lough. Yeah, it's a little. I mean, football wasn't a thing that you would just walk up the street and get into, or into the clubs. It's like you'd take the cows away from the field to get into the field to play football and stuff. It wasn't like
Was there
any
any
of this.
donkeys there?
Oh, there wasn't any of this stuff now.
He
where-
always talks like that.
There wasn't any kids who get lifted and led now.
Right.
You know, and Killalay's about 25 miles from Belfast, 30 miles.
Right.
And I had to travel there to go into one of the clubs.
How did you get there? Did you,
Bus.
what I was going to say, how did you get a bus?
Either thumbed it or bus.
Horse and cart.
Aye. That was
Archie,
it.
Liverpool.
Yeah.
Come on, what kind of upbringing do you have in Liverpool? We're talking on the way in about you getting into the cavern.
Well, my upbringing was I lived in the city as a kid till I was 10-year-old, and then we were knocking the buildings down to build hospitals, universities, and what have you. So we got moved out of the city centre to a place, Halewood.
He was going to Rwanda.
With Rwanda?
Rwanda.
No,
That's
you
where
got the wrong place.
That's
You
where
got the
they're
wrong
selling
place.
all the. They're sending all the
I know,
immigrants.
but what are you doing here? What are you doing here?
I'm fully paid up.
So they moved us up to a place called Halewood, and thousands of people, about 150,000 live in Halewood, and that's where I've grown up.
And was there much violence back then?
As a kid, you see it, but you don't pick it up as much as an adult. If you would have moved through the area that I lived in when you were 16, 17, and you left school, you know, you had to prove yourself. When you were at school, it was different because you kids were trying to prove themselves. Anyway, they always do that wherever you live. But I think, yeah, there was a bit of a rough place, but it's not now.
And when you were playing football as a kid like Terry in Ireland and you in Liverpool, you didn't have to chase the cows off the field, did you?
No.
What were you chasing?
It's us that we got chased off the field because we shouldn't have been there. We were on the school field.
That's it, isn't it? That's what you did. You played anywhere you could.
Yeah,
I mean, I listen to your two backgrounds. I come from a council estate in Glasgow. It sounds like LA I lived in from listening to you two.
No, it was. I mean, Bernie, bad. No, Liverpool's a great place.
I know
Liverpool
it
is
is.
a
I've been
fantastic
recently.
place.
Lovely.
And you can go into Liverpool, and I've never heard anyone that's been there and said it's bad. No, didn't like the people, didn't like there's trouble there. They're welcoming. Liverpool people are welcoming.
Yeah, I agree.
They welcome people.
And the Irish people are welcoming as well.
Yeah.
The social animals like to drink, like to socialise.
Yeah.
You're good communicators.
Yeah,
bit of
that
fun,
was it. Yeah.
Friendly, warm. But Teesside does as well. They've got all
Yeah,
that. What
Very similar people here.
Yeah.
Very similar people.
I think so. I agree with that.
Boyhood heroes and biggest influences. So when did you think I might be a footballer, or did you want to be something else? I heard you want to be a spaceman.
Footballer.
Couldn't get the hell on.
Footballer.
No, he was good in the air.
He was good there. He should have put his boots on his head.
He asked me the question now.
Yeah, I'm asking a question. He's interrupted.
What was the question again?
I can't remember. What? The question was your boyhood heroes and biggest influences as a kid to get into the football.
When I was a kid, when I was 12 year old, I used to go and watch Liverpool play up till I was about 16, 17, maybe 18, and I seen players all call the way
Some
through.
of the players as a kid that caught your attention.
Great players.
Like who?
Kenny Dalglish.
Super Kenny, King Kenny.
Kenny Dalglish, but I seen Ian St John, Roger Hunt.
Wow.
In my early days.
That old?
I'm not that old, but I did see them, and they were heroes to me. But I come in the game late, personally myself. I come in the game late, and I wish I would have been picked up before, but it wasn't something that I wanted to be. Well, I did want to be, but I never pushed myself to get there.
Who was it that spotted you? And what were you playing for our local team? Obviously.
Teddy Cooper.
Tommy Cooper.
Teddy Cooper. Tommy's son. Tommy's son said it.
How did you do it just like that?
Archie, you're taking
the
the
bait.
bait.
Was saying, Tommy Cooper.
That's fine.
That's the fence.
Oh, I haven't got the fence.
So Teddy Cooper.
Teddy picked me up, signed me up, a great man. God bless him, the lad fella died not long ago. And he just wanted me to play my normal game. He didn't want to try and coach me because I was the age of, I was 25, 26.
Right, so you were setting your ways.
So I was setting my ways, yeah. I wasn't, they couldn't get me from the green grass. They had to take me as I was. Yeah. And that's the way he liked it, because I was rough and ready. And that's the type of game I could play at that time. I couldn't play it today. I mean, I'd be sent off every game because I was a physical player.
No. Elbows, heads.
Yeah, I just was a physical player. But that's how I come into the game, yeah.
What about you, Terry? Who was your biggest influences?
Probably in Belfast, you couldn't get to a game. You'd have to go abroad by a train or a plane or something, or a boat to get there.
See a game?
Yeah, you wouldn't. I mean, when we were about the match of the day is the only thing that we watched on a Saturday night, if it was on, And I mean, my boyhood here, Spurs was a big thing when I was young.
Who was the players then?
Probably Mike England, Alan Gulzine, Jimmy Greaves, them sort of people. Perryman.
Yes,
who I
Perryman.
met him a few months ago. Nice fella, Stevie Perryman. But I mean, there was nothing like. It was all brainwashed in Northern Ireland with Arsenal, Chelsea, Man United.
Yeah.
If you didn't
What about Liverpool?
Liverpool was a big thing.
You
know what I mean? But it was always like that. There was no Middlesbrough or Newcastle. It was all them. And I think it's to the day you'll find that a lot of the Irish have come over to England to watch. Liverpool, Man United. They don't come over to watch Middlesbrough and stuff like that there because it's all been set in stone years ago.
What about in your family, your father or your brother or whatever you've got family-wise? Did they influence you in any way, shape or form, or push you, or
Well, my
help
brother,
you, or...
my elder brother, he was professional. He played for Wolves. He went
Go on, tell us about your brother. A lot of people don't know that.
He went to Wolves as an apprentice, 15-year-old. He was the Derek Dugan, Peter
Derek
Knowles,
Dugan, remember him with the sideburns, yeah.
That era, that's when he was there. And he was at Wolves for, I think, 4 years. Then he went to America. He had...
I've seen a picture, you showed me a picture.
Yeah, I
Who
did
was you
seen
playing
that one
against?
as well.
against Pelly.
Yeah,
George Best, Bobby Moore, all the players of that era. He played against them.
Wow.
And he was a good player, but he come back. He come back to England, and he never stayed in the game. He went and worked with my dad, scaffolding.
He's your younger brother?
That's my elder brother.
Older brother. So did he help you in any way as a...
Well, I used to watch him when I was younger. I used to go and watch him when he was playing in the youth teams.
Position did he
For
play?
Wolves left back. And I used to go to the Shrewsbury, the local teams around that area that he'd play against with my dad and watch him. And I looked up to my brother. Yeah, I did do, yeah. And he was a good player. He could have done better, but I suppose he just wanted to come back and settle down.
What about your family? Who did any influence you?
Not really. No, my dad played cricket a little bit, but in Killalay, we hadn't got these advantages at all. It's a little fishing village in County Down, and you didn't get much. If you had to go to Belfast to actually do
Yeah, you've
anything.
got to go to the city.
Yeah, you have to go to the city. You know what I mean? And
Well, I know you
hard.
both played with clubs beforehand and after Borough,
Yeah.
but when you came to Borough, you cost how much? You were a record fee at the time, weren't you?
Yeah, nearly $250,000.
$250,000, and you were...
13,000, I think.
Was it?
We
13,000.
paid 13 grand for you.
Hang on, don't you say we. We.
Borough? We, Borough.
Yeah. Yeah, 13,000.
For you?
Just. They got me for nothing, really, didn't they?
I was 25, I thought it was a lot
I
more
know,
than you.
yeah.
But that
I
was,
couldn't believe they paid 25 here.
I think
So
that was,
$250,000 in 13, I thought it was more than 13, I thought I read somewhere it was 20, no?
No.
You didn't pocket a few grand, did you?
Must have
13,000,
done.
that's what I was told anyway. William Adams told me that. William might have pocketed the rest.
No, Willie would, I don't exactly
No,
guy
no.
all your grand.
You reckon he was honest fella.
Oh, Willie was, yeah.
All right, Willie. Sorry about that.
Too honest for my football.
you didn't get away with much, Bernie, with the transfers and all at that time.
No.
It was a stipulation on your thing that you'd take so much of a percentage. He wouldn't give you any more, probably because of the tax man and stuff like
Was the
that.
saying ex gratia payments?
Yeah,
Gratia payments, yeah, that's what
Gratia
you say,
payments. They used to
yeah.
say ex gratia payments. All right, he went for 13,000, or they said he went, but he originally the proper price was he went for 20,000, and he got that extra.
Yeah.
That was the ex gratia payments, wasn't it?
Nowadays there's a undisclosed fee.
yeah,
Undisclosed
that's
fee,
yeah.
I don't get that.
Yeah.
Well, that's
So the taxman doesn't find out.
that's it.
Is a winger, Terry, obviously you're centre forward winger. As winger, who is one of your most difficult full-backs when you're up against them? You used to play with the socks down, didn't you?
Yeah.
You never wore shin pads. Why was that?
I don't know.
I've
It
seen
just
pictures of
came.
you. No shin pads.
It just came from when I was younger. I never bothered even playing in Irish League football. I never
You
played
get
with.
kicked to shreds, when you?
No, I've seen them coming right about Thursday.
I see them coming over Thursday. All right, and so you're very clever. Yeah,
Very-
you knew they were coming.
No,
right?
very frightened.
Any your toughest?
Yeah,
opponent
there was a
ever?
few at the time. You know, Alec Lindsay of Liverpool. I was telling. He was very easy to play against,
Right.
Alex, but he was a good player in his own way. And there was a guy from West
Did he
Brom.
kick you? Did he kick
He
you?
was trying to
Did he
kick me.
lift you?
He was trying to kick me. Lad Tony Dunn, of Man United. He was a good player.
Right.
He wouldn't actually dive in at you. He would show you which way to go.
Right.
He always did. And you see, when you got at the end of the tunnel, then he'd kick you. He knew he was a very clever player.
Yeah, yeah.
And then there was West Brom left back. Forget what you called him, but Derek Statham. He was a good footballer.
Right.
You know, very quick. And,
Yeah.
and Kenny Sansom.
Kenny
because
Sanson.
Kenny was a good player.
had to believe Kenny Sanson, who Liverpool, Arsenal, England, 100 odd caps.
I know.
A couple of years ago, he went off the rails, sleeping rough, lost
Yeah,
everything.
was he?
Apparently
Awful,
so.
isn't it?
Alcoholic.
Yeah.
Well, he had a bet in
the
the
It
thing
was,
as
it's well
well.
documented. It's no
Yeah,
secret.
no, he was
Yeah.
a lovely lad, and a real nice
What
lad.
were you at centre halves you come up against and thought,
Yeah.
I've had my fair share of.
Well, I have. I can't remember half of the names, the lads.
Did you break any noses when you were
Sorry?
coming up?
Well,
used to
yeah,
use your
you
elbows?
do. I mean, don't, you know, you're making me out to be the bully.
He will.
You said
I wasn't,
earlier that you
I
were
wasn't
a
the bully.
rough centre
I was physical. I was physical, and I wanted them to know that I was physical. You know, I didn't want to be frightened of them. I wanted them to be frightened of me. You know what I mean? As you play,
Yeah.
and you know, I think a lot of them did think about it and said, and I've got the game with him today, and
Yeah, I think
You know,
I think you're right, Archie, because you have to have a presence on the football
Of
field.
course you do.
Yeah.
You need
You
an
know.
aura and a
Yeah.
presence.
Yeah, of course
and
you
a
do.
belief.
Yeah.
of course you do.
And you
they'd know that game. They're going to have a
hard
game.
time, yeah.
They're going to have a hard game.
Because when I first came, Terry, I'm younger than Archie, and slightly taller than Archie. But Archie's experience and I described him as he used to hover like a kestrel
So
in
you
the air.
you
Well,
let
he was smaller than me,
Yeah.
but he could jump 10 times higher than me. And he was brave and he was great for me because I used to just feed off him.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
He
it.
used to use the abuse. I used to get the bits crumbs round
Yeah.
about him, but he took all the stick.
Yeah,
Gave
that's
the abuse.
True, yeah, you did.
Yeah, it's
didn't
true.
you?
Yeah, yeah.
But you're not-
I needed something. If Archie wasn't there,
But,
somebody similar.
sometimes you need that. You need that type of player alongside you.
Yeah.
Who's not the bravest.
Yeah.
Like after me, you played with other players
Yeah.
that were similar, were brave.
Not as good in the air as you in the raw.
Probably
Come
not.
on, you.
Probably not. Probably not as good as in the air, but brave. But all their knockdowns and bits, you
Yeah, I would
picked up.
anticipate.
You
Yeah.
picked up.
Yeah.
You anticipated a lot. Yeah.
Why do they not do that now?
I don't know, Ted.
You know?
It's a good question.
Isn't it?
They don't
It's-
play with a centre forward now where
No, it's
if
number
I was playing
10
with
now.
you,
They
the
don't
ball
play
gets
directly
Yeah.
up front as a two, do they?
I go flick it on, and I know you're there.
No, but what it is gambling, isn't it? So if I'm midfield and the ball gets pumped into you,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
I'm playing deep, I would be on my way while the ball
You would be, yeah,
because
because
he's going to win that.
That's
you might
right.
not win it,
Yeah, yeah.
but
But
you
you've got to-
gamble.
Yeah,
gamble, yeah.
you would.
And I don't think
Not
a lot
many of
of
them
players
do.
gamble.
No.
I think they're more worried about the defensive.
Has that saying gone?
You-
Has that saying gone? Take a gamble. Has it gone?
Probably, yeah.
The young lad
Not allowed to
Coburn,
gamble.
he finds himself isolated a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean the centre half's hanging off him half the time, and he doesn't know where to put the ball because there's no support.
Yeah.
And you think, why did they not play somebody that can read off this young lad, where he can pick it up?
Yeah.
I mean, because the seasons of football now, there was two up front. The
Yeah,
most
of course,
successful
yeah.
teams were,
Yeah,
you
two
know,
up front.
weren't they?
Yeah.
You know.
It was all basic 4-4-2 in the main. They won
4-4-2,
cups and
Yeah.
You spent 5 years at Middlesbrough. How many years were you there at? Was it 2.5, 3? Less?
About 2.5 years.
2.5.
Yeah.
Who were the characters? I'll ask you, Terry. I was in the same dressing room as Archie, so who was the characters in your
In the
dressing
dressing
room?
rooms.
Was there characters important?
Oh, Big Billy Ash was.
Was he funny then?
He was funny,
Was
lad.
he a bit of a cult hero?
Oh, he
He
used
used
to.
hair and that, didn't he?
He used to torment Stan Cummins.
Oh, the manager.
Stan.
Oh, the wee
He
Johnny
Stan,
lad.
yeah. Stan used to come in the morning with a face like thunder. Always was, you know what I mean? And he'd come, and Big Billy would say, "The plane, boss, the plane." Did you know? It's that Fantasy Island thing, you know the wee man?
The wee guy, the small guy.
And Stan was he'd be full of the face again. Wee Stan just fell out himself, he did. Always did.
I met him once.
Oh,
Stan,
he
yeah.
was too.
I would say Gary Hamilton was a
Hammy?
character.
Yeah.
Hammy was a character. David Curry.
Kid
Curry.
Curry.
Oh, the kid.
I knew kid. I thought he was a good guy, kid. Yeah.
Yeah, but he was a character as well.
Oh, what?
Some of the things he used to do.
They did
With the
a
county
terrible
pizza,
thing on the kid
Yeah.
in the cricket club one night in Norman. Is it Norman?
What was that?
Well, they played this where you get a spoon and you knock it until.
Oh, I've done that. I've done that to Hendy when he signed.
I think kid went out with
I did
about.
that to him.
I know. I think the kid went out with 7 or 8 bumps on his head, lumps. He was looking like one of them people out of Star Wars. You know what I mean?
there was the thing with him. Can I say this?
Yeah, you see what you want.
Yeah, when we were away
In Spain.
in Spain,
Yeah, go on, tell that story. So,
and we're in this club, and Mick Saxby's knocking his bottles back and everything, and Dave Curry's with him. He's going, "Oh, all right, Mick," and drink like that. Anyway, he goes. Dave Curry Mick Saxby says to him, "Oh, fucking hell, I've got no more drink left." The kid goes, "Well, we'll have to go to the bar." Then he said, "Go on, then you go to the bar, get the drinks." And anyway, gets the drink.
I remember,
Mick has what he's got left, and he pisses in the bottle. And as the kid comes back with the drinks, and he gets the drinks off, he gives him
no,
the...
but I told I was only one no drinking this because I don't drink.
Oh, good
Well,
job.
this is my first trip away. So, Saxby's put Archie's jumper on, and Archie's had a confrontation with Saxby because Archie said, "My good jumper."
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, so then they go to the nightclub and they're up dancing, they go to the bar and all that. So I see him
He's telling me
urinating,
about the
peeing in the bottle and switching his with kids and getting it to Curry.
I thought it was around.
So I switched it back so Saxby would drink it. And he's 6'4" by the way, I'm 6'5", but I couldn't just allow it.
Yeah.
Anyway, he comes back, kid comes back at the same time. And he was that cute, Saxby, he switched it,
Again.
kid drank.
He went like, I can always
tried my
remember his
best.
face.
Yeah.
But I always remember
Hey,
that,
I
yeah.
can always remember his face. He went...
The thing about Mike Saxby, and if you're watching this, because I know he's on social network, Mike Saxby, big tash, looked like a porn star.
I
as opposed
didn't
to a
know him.
footballer.
I didn't know
I never knew him. I never seen him playing. He was always injured. So we just get to mind Essen Park at the old snooker table.
Yeah.
Full-size
Oh,
snooker
aye.
table. So that's Steve Smelt, Helmet Head, the physio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steve Smelt. He would say, "Right lads, say I had a slight injury, can't train. You and Saxby got the gym, do your stuff." So I'd got the gym and I'd be doing all the weights and all and thinking, "I thought Saxby." Anyway, get the sweat on, go down into the snooker room. Here's Saxby. Not a drop of sweat, just playing. So then he would go, "Oh, don't forget, I'm trying to make an impression. Nobody knows me. I'm on a right hand side." He goes, "Oh, he's due back. Smelting the team's due back in 5. I better go in the bathroom." He comes out. Dabbed himself. He'd more sweat on him than me. Well, it was water. And he'd done it all the time. So you can't into twat. He's getting himself. And that's the club when we came, when I came, was on the, well, it went down, didn't it? Get relegated, liquidated, bankrupt.
Yeah.
But guys like that, inevitably that was
I didn't.
Andy used to all go to the Yellow Rose and drink.
That's right.
Show up on a Friday.
That was one of our meeting places. The
Yeah.
On a Friday.
No, Saturday morning.
Teddy, I need to see, you're off the borough team, and I always, every time I talk to you, I always think, scored against England, Wembley, one each.
Yeah.
You won the
Won the British Championship.
British Championship first time in 66 years.
Yeah.
How good a feeling was that?
Oh, it was great.
And how welcome were you back to Ireland with beating England, from England and winning
I mean, I think to get one like that there against the English was to score against England. I mean, from where I came from, was you could have killed me after the game because it was the highlight of my career is to score against England at Wembley.
Yeah, that's
You know,
the ultimate dream.
Yeah, of course it is, and it was. I was drunk to about 4 or 5 in the
What was
morning.
the score?
One each.
How
Who
did you
scored for
celebrate?
England?
Go on.
There you go. There's a
Well, we
good.
don't know.
What year?
That's 80.
Kevin Keegan.
No.
Here's a clue.
Blackburn Rovers player.
Oh, just get it over.
Right. Noel Brotherston.
I would never got that.
Own goal.
On goal. Oh, right, on goal. Wow.
There's a quiz question for you.
So, what?
Big
Did
no.
you come off the bench and score
Yeah.
right on?
Yeah.
Wow. How did your celebration tell? What did you? You kissed everybody, tongues out?
Oh, I think I got a taxi back to the ground after. Taxi back to.
How many caps did you get?
I got 26.
26 went to World Cup.
Yeah. No, I got
you-
injured. I got injured against the Prince in Paris. I pulled a hamstring, and Billy said, "I'll give you another couple of weeks." But I had to go to. They flew me over to Belfast to see if they could get get me exercises and stuff. Every time I went to get the hamstring went, and I said, "Will I bluff it?" That's just, no, you couldn't bluff it. Not
Hamstring, once your hamstrings go.
once your hamstring's
Yeah,
gone.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, if it had been a
Can't
slight
fake that.
niggle on your knee or your,
Can't fake the hamstring, can you?
No.
I couldn't.
We're talking about international. You got a cap recently for Bristol, is that right? This
Yeah,
year?
but it's not an international.
I know it's not international, but
Not an
what's that
international.
about? I read
think
the
it's-
interest though.
What was
I
that?
think it's,
You got a cap?
it's
I think it's like a bonnet. No,
it's a proper
no, the
cap.
guy walks about with
What do you
his
mean, a
whip.
flap
It's one of the
It's a proper
flat cap.
It's a proper cap.
What do you mean?
As in-
right, and then
As in a football cap. You know, but it's Bristol
like
Rovers.
satin, like nice.
Yeah, it's a nice one, yeah.
When did you get that?
Last season,
You know,
I went down with my son.
Why did you get it?
I went down with my
Archie.
son.
Archie, you haven't had it
I
on
think
yet.
it's appearances, so many appearances that you make. And when I went down, the fellow who invited me down, he said, "You've got a cap to present me with." I said, "What type of?" He said, "A cap. And you can take it home with you."
Would you say you get a whip it with?
So I've been on the club with it on. What do you think of me cap?
Oh, get away.
No, they'll be daft.
What about your shirt? You had a shirt from Bristol Rovers. You had that on.
Hey, TC, get back to the island. I don't want to talk about caps. Come back to the island. Is it true you trained at Windsor Park once and somebody took shots at you?
Oh, that was
I
when
don't
I
mean
was,
with the ball.
when I was playing for Linfield.
Yeah, tell me.
You could see in, and what happened was they were shooting at us down onto the stand.
So
they couldn't
who-
shoot right
who
in.
Was it? Was it?
Oh, well, I never went stop the
Terrorists?
Ashland burning. It was
it that, yeah?
Anderson, must have been Anderson. You could hear the thing hitting the stand. You know, you can hear
And
things.
what were you going out there?
No,
I'm
no.
only a Catholic.
Give up! No.
It's a Catholic.
What happened was, it just all, the coach realised this and he said, "Oh lads, stop, let's get in." And as we were going in, Big McAllister, who's a centre half, he was a policeman. And he came out with a gun. And he says, "All right, get in lads, I've got you covered."
Hey, how the football's changed it.
And then,
Dear me.
but I says, "We weren't playing that badly, were we?"
When you both retired, like myself, we all retired. How did you adapt to life outside the football and what did you do? How did you adapt first and foremost?
Me? Me, I got a job straight away. I got a job. I was in the crane. I was crane
I
driver.
heard that.
Then I was an electrician's mate. I retired on being an electrician's mate. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I adapted quite easy because I come from non-league football.
Yeah.
So-
what you're saying.
So it was probably easy for me
Heard that.
to adapt, to go back into working.
What about you, Ted? What
Very
happened when you
different.
chucked it? Where did you go? Where was your mind? What happened?
Well, I was development officer at Sedgefield Council. I worked for the council in schools, trying to promote schools up in near Durham and all around there, Spennymoor
Yeah.
and Shildon, all that sort of thing. I'd done that for about 5 years, you know, but I don't know, I was still playing football, but I think the best thing about it was that I met Gibbo.
Steve Gibson.
Yeah, he was coming out of Billingham one night,
Right.
and I was going in coat, you know, because I started to play for the Sinners, and he was coming out. He must have been training or something, and he said, "Oh, we just said hello," and he said, "Would you fancy playing for my team?" And I says, "What team's that?" He says, "Bull Call." I says, "When do they play?" He says, "Sundays." So all in all, I said, "Yeah, I'll play." So that was it.
We became friends.
Yeah, but I thought he worked for Bull Call.
You didn't know he owned it?
No, I did not. I did not at the time. And ever since that, we were away on trips, a trip abroad in the
You went to
summer.
Singapore with us and Hong Kong?
Yeah, and we went. Oh,
Cyprus, did you get you went to Cyprus
yeah,
as well?
and we went to. We're 30 years in Europe playing the army lads in the barracks and all that
played
there.
a few of them, yeah.
Gibbo, he got me there. He just said, "Look, will you play?" I said, "Yeah, of course." We went for about a week, just on the, we stop off at one base and then move on to the next base and play.
You became so friendly with Gettercom, Gibbo.
Yeah.
As you do. Is it true you gave him a cap?
Yeah, give him one of my
your
caps.
friendship, but did you get it back?
Yeah.
Did I hear a story?
Yeah,
Well,
he
tell
did.
us a story about
Oh,
that.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it did, yeah.
So you
That's a
gave
funny
it
one.
to Steve because of your relationship.
Yeah,
you
that's
thought,
it.
"Here,
Like,
have that
Yeah.
friendship."
I think when you're playing and stuff like that, or your caps are just an additional thing that you win or you get, and you don't really think, oh, well, I mean, it doesn't matter, I'm still playing. But when you leave the game, I think these are the things that you miss and stuff.
Yeah.
And Gibbo just give me the cap back.
That was a nice gesture.
It was a nice
Because
gesture.
he knows
Yeah.
you're a wee bit older,
Yeah,
mature. or
it
whatever.
was, yeah, and I thanked him for it. Like, you know what I mean? That was nice of him. But I mean,
There's
I
not
don't.
many, not many chairmen like.
Oh, no.
No,
So
there-
you're big fans of Steve Gibson, your pal, you know him,
Yeah,
you
but-
call him a friend, I call him a friend.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't agree with everything he does or says, but that's because
I
we've
think
got opinions.
I think the best thing about Gibbo is that we don't talk about really football when we go and see him.
Right.
He's talking about the trips and all that we were on, and
Stuff we can't discuss on here.
yeah,
Are you still wearing these Speedos when you're abroad?
I've still got them, yeah. How did you know? Who told you?
Oh, I've seen pictures. Terry sent me a picture once.
No, it did not, Archie.
You were Borat and Borat with them big panties thing.
Yeah.
You were there.
They're good, aren't they?
they'll be in fashion one of these
And
days.
it will be, yeah, same as your jumpers. Both of you have coached and managed at different levels.
Yeah.
How did you enjoy that side of it?
My side of it. Mine was just great.
Yeah, it's just different levels.
Northampton. Thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah, you
Thoroughly enjoyed it. Yeah.
I played for Archie
Enjoyed the coaching.
Did you? Where?
at Gisborough.
Right.
Yeah.
What about you, Terry? You managed in Ireland, and
I managed Glenavon in the Premiership.
how did you enjoy that?
I didn't enjoy it, Archie.
Didn't?
No, because
Benny.
Yeah, that's actually.
It's Benny.
right,
Is that drink out here? You have some coffee.
Hang on.
you confused me there. You confused me. Look, you confused me. I know I went to Glenavon in the Premiership, and it wasn't what I thought it would be because the chairman. I was warned about the chairman. The chairman was behind everything. You know, whether there was a transfer or you're looking at players, he always backheeled it.
Yeah.
I wanted to bring Blackpool and Preston over on a Friday and a Saturday. And oh no, we don't. Or Saturday and a Sunday. Oh, we don't play on a Sunday. You know, it's one of these staunch. Go to church on Sundays and stuff like that. Because if you look at Northern Ireland, only in the last few years, it started to open the shops and the pubs on a Sunday. Before that, there was no.
None of that.
Sunday was closed.
Was it Scotland like that? Was it Scotland like that?
Scotland open 24 hours a day since I was a kid.
I thought
Talking about managing and coaching, you've got a story. You went to Saudi, didn't you?
I went to Saudi
There
Arabia.
was a war at the time, wasn't there?
Yeah, there
What
was.
happened over there? I find that fascinating.
Do you?
Aye.
I worked for the Saudi military, but I was seconded from Saudi American Sports,
Right.
which were Americans, and they employed you to go into the base and stuff. And I didn't know what I was getting myself into because it was coaching and it wasn't coaching because of the war. You know what I mean? They'd say to you, come in about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and you'd go into a big square, and you'd stand in the middle.
Did you have a gun?
No, they wouldn't give me a gun. They said I was too dangerous.
So when you went to the square and did what?
Square.
Marching,
All you heard was a horn going, and next thing there was people turning up, green trousers, green tracksuit, white top, blue tracksuit, white top, and they'd all stand around you like that in a square, about a couple of hundred, and you had to do exercises
In front of them all.
in front of them all.
What,
So
and then they follow you?
No, they would do exercises on the spot because that was their they were doing that exercise before they went for breakfast. Then they would go for their their daily chores, like or what they're doing, and you had to stand there and do exercises. Like keep fit, like you do this, do all the exercises, and then they would judge you and say, well, if he's too easy, he goes back to he got out. If he's too hard, he still goes out. You've got to have a happy medium
How
with
long
him.
were you over there?
I was there a year.
And who was the tyrant over there at the time? Who was it? Was it Hussein or who was it?
Saddam Hussein.
Did you ever meet him?
Aye, I would, yeah. He kept me right. But I tell you what, it was fascinating because.
Sit down, it's saying,
It was
yeah.
Iraq. Iraq. You were in Iraq.
No, Saudi. I was in Saudi.
He was in Iraq.
Yeah, but they weren't warring in Saudi. They were warring in Iraq and Kuwait and all.
Listen to Jeremy Paxton there.
Archie, you're going to get me started again. But the fascinating thing was that you had about 200 cadets who came in the morning time.
Oh, those space cadet.
Yeah, they were off the desert. What do you call it? The Bedouins. You know,
yeah.
Because they wanted to join the army because there was nothing else for them, and they'd come in and they'd all have hobnail boots on, Bernie. Black hobnail boots.
Archie still wears them.
Can't play football.
Bernie.
Can you?
Black
for
They
training.
kicked 7 bells of shit out of each other. And I said, carry on, lads.
This is the point of football.
Yeah. They had you broke them up into certain things. So a couple of the coaches and I'd coordinate. I'd say, right, this is what we're doing. You know, I said, we're having a game, and let them kick 7 bells out of each other. And that's what they did. Black hobnail boots.
Wow.
You're joking.
And even we had an Olympic-sized swimming pool, and some of them jumped in the water, but they couldn't swim.
With the boots on. With the boots on. It's sick like that.
They couldn't swim. They couldn't swim. And one of the lifeguards had to go down to the bottom of the thing and get the lad up, or he'd have been dead. He'd have been dead. I mean, they couldn't swim, so they had to pull him up. And you know the Saudis. Now the Saudis are very difficult people, and they said.
In what way?
That it's the way they're thinking. You know, we give that lad a bonus for getting him up early, you know, to see him early, get him up out of the swimming pool and get him resuscitated and all that there. The Saudis told him if he hadn't, he's doing his job, if he hadn't been right, he'd been sacked. If they hadn't seen him.
Oh dear.
They've got a different
So
mentality.
obviously in the modern world, all the players in England are going to Saudi and wherever, Qatar and all that.
Al-Hal.
But the money back then would have been nothing like that. I don't want to know you.
No, the leagues weren't.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. I was paid by the real, but when the war started, the real became very weak,
Right.
and it was the dollar that was strong.
Right.
So I had to go in and say to them, "Look, I'm losing money. I'm going to go home." But they give me
They
what
give
they
you a
call
few quid extra.
they call you bonuses and stuff like that there, and they give me some more money.
So looking back at your 2 careers, going off that now, looking back at your 2 careers, did you fulfil everything you wanted to?
Fulfilled everything. I'd like to have come in the game earlier. Obviously, I never did. But I'd like to have come in earlier because that's what I wanted to do. That's what we all want to do as kids. You all want to play football. You all want to play for professional football. I wanted to follow my brother and do what he did. It come a bit later, and while I was in it, I enjoyed every minute of it.
I've said to you before, what about you, Terry?
I wanted to win a trophy. We won the Kirin Cup out in Tokyo with Middlesbrough, but nobody. The Kirin Cup.
Kirling Cup.
Kirin, K-I-R.
Kirling, that's
Kirin.
Current.
Watch my accent.
Current.
It's the Kirin Cup.
You say current.
Shut up.
Spell it.
You see,
We won it in Tokyo. We beat Espanyol of the 2nd division in Spain in the final.
have you any photo evidence?
Yeah, there is.
Have you?
Oh, aye, there is.
Send me
Yeah,
a photo one day.
there is. There's one that we're all lined up on the main stadium, waiting to play. I'm sure I've got that as
So
well.
who did you beat
Espanyol.
in the final?
Yeah, we beat Argentina juniors 4-1 in the first game. We beat China in the second game, and the third game was Espanyol in the final.
Never knew that. Never heard that. I never heard that. So there you go. Have you?
No.
No, because it's been overshadowed with the trophy that Middlesbrough won there.
What, the Cali
The league,
Cup?
aye, it's
Well,
been
yeah, but
overshadowed.
Before that, he hadn't won anything.
No, we won the Kirin Cup.
He never said that, did he?
You won the Kirling Cup.
That's what I'm happy about.
Current Cup.
It was all right. We were 3 weeks in Tokyo.
Current Cup.
Wait, Tokyo. Right. I want to go to Tokyo. Is it
Do
worth
you?
going? Yeah, I've always
Oh,
wanted to
it
go.
is. It's dead on.
That's Japan, right?
Yeah. Every day is dinner time.
What do you mean?
Is it?
You can smell it as you come out the door.
Is it nice then?
Yeah.
Is it fascinating place?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. The electrics are unbelievable. They're so far in front of the Americans and all. You know, you go down to the arcades and the electric. And we got on the bullet train. We took that out till
I thought you said the bullet train. I was going
bullet-
to say
The bullet.
the bullet
Oh, the
train.
bullet, yeah, the fastest train.
Yeah, we went on that. We went out to, is it Nagoya, somewhere like that, to
Yeah, the
play.
place called Nagoya.
We played the Chinese national team out there.
All right.
Yeah.
Did
So
you
we
go
got a
to
boat.
Hiroshima?
No, we didn't get that far. No, we
You don't want to go there, yeah?
I do. I want to go.
Do you?
I was
Yeah,
actually
yeah,
planning.
interesting.
I was planning going this summer, but
You want
I
to see
ran out of
what's
money.
happened with that?
No, I don't mean Hiroshima. I mean everywhere. I want to see everywhere.
I want to see everywhere. It's a lovely
Fuji,
place.
There's loads to
Yeah.
see. Where are we? I went to see Big Billy Ashcroft, but you mentioned Billy. He is a character, isn't he?
Yeah,
he was
he is.
asking for you. He brought your name up, didn't he? After you watched
Yeah,
the
I've seen it, yeah.
chat.
Oh, Big Bill, yeah.
Oh, I liked you. Big fan of yours.
He's all right.
Big headwear bunch, wasn't he?
Oh, aye. Yeah.
I can't remember my name. Archie with an 86 reunion not so long ago, a few months back for Gary Pattinson, former teammate. How good was it? And has any of the lads changed? I don't mean appearance wise, I mean mindset and that. They're all the same lads, aren't they?
No, not at all. I mean, it's great when we get back together. There's no change. We all stick together. That's one thing. No other team does that.
I know.
No other team.
No, we
really,
haven't,
you know,
no.
You know, but we have. I suppose because it's Gary Pattinson,
Maybe, yeah.
and we all stick together.
Were you there, Taylor? No.
Huh?
No.
You
I
were away,
invite
weren't you?
Tom
We
to
invited
come.
you, didn't we?
I told him to come, yeah.
Yeah, but I
I thought it was
But
just.
he doesn't want to get involved.
I didn't
no,
want to
it
get
was not-
Because
involved.
he thinks it's not his
No,
area. Well, it's not.
No, there was other guys there.
Oh, well, I didn't really
Lenny
know.
Lawrence was there. I invited Lenny.
Yeah.
I said, you
All
must
right.
come.
I know.
Yeah, no.
I'd be frightened to go and sit on my own because you know.
No, there was a few of the lads there.
Sit with
There
us.
was, yeah.
No.
It was great meeting the lads.
It's great.
Tell me.
It's fantastic. It's great when you see the players that you have. Coops, I haven't seen Coops for I don't know how long. I think since the last time before. And it's nice to see him and have a talk. How are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah.
And it's nice to find out what other people are doing.
We're all there. I mean, the lads that did come, Stuart Ripley was away on holiday. He sent a video message, as did Brian Laws. He was away as well. So, but every other lad turned up.
We all try and get together. Bruce, especially Bruce. Bruce is coming probably 350 miles from.
Don't forget Hammy.
Hammy's flew all the
Hammy
way
had
from
been
America.
here, and 6 weeks later, lad says a couple of weeks later, we're going to arrange it for that.
Yeah.
I know you've been over. I don't. He went, no, I'll be there, and he did.
He did. Oh, that's
Incredible,
good.
wasn't it?
Forgot to mention that. Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Hammy, brilliant.
Incredible.
Yeah.
We all knew Big God McQueen,
Yeah.
been in holiday.
Very
with him.
friendly man. Yeah.
Tragic, passed away. He was some character, wasn't he?
Yeah.
How funny was he?
Yeah, Gordon was a very funny man. You couldn't help but like Gordon. You know,
yeah.
he had a good pedigree in the game.
Oh, he did.
Didn't
A
he?
great player, great
Yeah,
ambassador.
I think so.
He was funny. He was outrageous. I
Yeah.
remember Singapore. We went to Singapore, and they used to give anybody the manager's job. So Big Gordon, he wasn't playing his knees were shot. I'll be the manager. And he sat on a deck chair with his sunglasses on, and he's meant to be seeing what's going on to change things. Anyway, I remember the ball going out of play. And I went to get the ball, red off. I went to get the ball and I looked at Gordon. He was asleep.
With his sunglasses on.
Yeah. And then he's getting on his watching the game. He was snoring.
Gordon,
I loved him. He was a character.
His one-liners were brilliant.
Oh yeah, he
You know
was
what I
funny.
mean?
He was really
Yeah.
funny. Good talker.
And
Funny,
it's
opinionated.
sad that a lot of the players that we know have passed away.
Did you play with Spike? No.
Yeah. Spike is
Tell me
great.
about Spike. Spike Armstrong was
Ah,
some player and all.
Spike
He
was a
was
great
good.
player. All you do is give him it and he'd say what you want it because he would put it anywhere you wanted to. Great player, Spike.
Dry humour when he was
Very
dry.
strong. We didn't really mix because, I mean, Spikey lived up in Durham way and we never really got together with him because they were always going home but the local lads who were about would maybe congregate now and again. But as Archie says, it wasn't the same. It wasn't the same.
But we had
We didn't.
all our team then, but all Borough kids.
Yeah.
They're all lads from Middlesbrough.
Yeah,
How many was from out of the area? I mean,
Well, you, me, and Brian Laws were classed as foreigners.
Okay.
Nookie. Yeah, for the
Ah,
Villa.
Nookie, yeah.
The rest were all
The rest
local.
were all
Redcar,
local.
Norton,
I know, yeah.
Stockton,
All local
Thornaby.
Yeah.
It was a unique period.
Yeah.
Because I remember Terry years ago saying, how do you got all this thing? And I said, well, bankruptcy and liquidation, and the majority of local lads, that cost, the whole team cost about 150 grand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Third, second, first, that was some achievement.
But you look at that, and then you look at Man United when they had the youngsters
Oh,
coming through.
Maitland Scholes and
It must have been
amazing.
millions and millions of pounds.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
You both go to the Riverside, either a freebie with me and the legends, Steve Gibson. No,
You got that in, Bernie.
Sometimes you go with your pals.
I go.
I'm joking.
Yeah.
Sometimes you go with your pals. It's been a good turnaround, isn't it, after the opening 7 games?
Yeah, it was. I mean, it's the fans again. The fans are always screaming for someone's head, and you know, the team's good enough to come back, and they've
proved that. Yeah.
They've proved that by getting the results, but I think they need someone who's going to give them 20 odd goals a season, and we haven't got that.
I agree.
How they're going to finish up this season?
I know you like a flutter now and again. Would you say top 6? I mean, we might bring in a couple of players January. We don't know what. But if it stayed as it is, would you think it would be top 6?
I would like to say top 6, but at the moment, I would say no.
Terry, what have you made in the turnaround then? First 7 games, never won a game, and then the next 7 we won, including.
Yeah, well, it takes a good side to get off their backside and get into the game again, and that's what they did. Unfortunately, I think we haven't got at least 2 or 3 better players who stand out in the team, because the team looks as if it just wants to pass. You need a ball player. I was a ball player, but I want to see somebody that'll beat somebody and bring people into the game, and we don't see that. We see them playing in triangle. We see them playing in triangles a lot. You know, up to go back to go through. That's the usual part, and you think, well, I mean, I'm not joking you, but some of the ex-players, like, you could stand on the field and pass the ball, but that's not what the fans want. The fans want to see the ball in the back. The ethos of the game is to put the ball in the back of the net. It's not to have 400 passes and thinking, oh, what a good team we are.
Actually, as a footballer, do you actually find it sometimes boring as
yes,
well?
I do.
Would you be frustrated?
Oh, without a doubt, because the fan wants the player on the ball, use the forward or it, you're moving about trying to take a position, and you're not getting the ball and passing along the back line.
Oh, Bernie, you'd be pulling your hair out.
Oh, I would give them it, but verbally.
You would, yeah.
You don't sit and key each other verbally now.
There's not. I look on the pitch and I look at players, and I'm thinking, who's the leaders here?
Yeah.
Who's amongst these is a leader? When I was on the pitch, I screamed and shouted.
You used to hammer me.
He
was a bully. I would call him a first-class bully.
I would. I'd scream and shout.
Little Scottish.
Yeah.
But I would scream and shout
I liked him. I admired that.
because I wanted the best for you as well. And I would scream and shout at everyone. And there wasn't just me. Mugger would be at the back. Mugger would be front.
Well, I thought Mugger was more a captain with what he did, as opposed to. I never heard him shout.
You can hear Mugger.
Could you? I never heard Mugger shout.
You can hear Mugger talking. Hammy was a talker.
Yeah, Hammy was. He used to shout to me, "Get back, you Scottish."
Yeah.
And I'd think, hold on a minute, you think Glasgow, what are you on about?
Yeah.
Do you remember the time Archie, I've told the story, we're playing, I think it was Rotherham away, and it was a couple of months into my career, I'm still a novice.
Keep hearing this one.
And here's big Archie, big tough Archie. Anyway, he's hit one, and it's hit me within a goal, scored the goal. And then he hit another one the same game, and it clipped me again, I swear to God, Terry. So anyway, I went and dressed and I went, 2 goals? He went, fucking mad goals. Eyes popping out.
I would do that.
Something like this, I thought. Alright, sure goals by man, alright. I didn't need to pinch your goal.
We tell this all the time. This story comes
But
out.
I would have done the same.
So right now, obviously we're in here having a drink in the Dovecot in Middlesbrough, and we've been offered a meal, but I think the lads are on a diet, not piling on the beef.
Oh, aye.
Hey, if you want something, you can have it.
No, I'm not. What are you up to these days then? How do you fill your time up? Obviously you meet each other regular. How do you fill your time up?
Well, retired now, but I try to do a bit of walking, Rosebery Topping, Captain Cook's Monument, all around the village, to keep myself ticking over. I've had a heart attack.
Tell us about that. You're okay now, you were fine.
I've now been signed off by the hospital yesterday, from the two departments of the hospital. So I'm signed off. Hopefully, touch wood, everything's okay, and I can carry on with my life.
Now you're looking good, but
Yeah.
seriously then, I mean the two years look good, but actually what you've been through, you still look fit, you still got the shoulders, you're strong.
I feel.
Bernie doesn't buy much. Doesn't buy much drink.
Oh, I tell you what, I gathered that.
There's one there. I've just got you one there.
Hey, it's out for Mount Stevens, isn't it?
Huh?
Out for Mount
That's
Stevens.
that's
Thanks very much.
Somebody must be following them. I never seen them even coming. So tell me what are you doing then? What, are you retired? Are you just chilling?
Well, the wife had cancer a few years back, and she's just getting over it. So we do a little bit of work and down the mask to Salford.
Yeah, that's nice.
That's it. Yeah, that's the sort of thing. And we collect the kids from school, you know, different days and stuff like that there. So it's a bit boring at the moment. But we go down to Gloucester to see my wife's sister and that again. She lost her husband at Christmas, so you know she needs a bit of a backup, like you know. What I mean? So we go down. But other than that, we go to the games, as we say. Bernie, that's about it.
I remember talking about the game, Terry. I remember Terry and Archie. I don't even think you were my guest. You were in the directors, whatever, and you come up with series and you had a couple of drinks. And I was chatting to them on the mic in front of 250 people, and I says, Chubarakpom, what a turnaround. What do you think, Terry? And what did you say, Terry? So I went, Chubarakpom, what a turnaround. Last year, we'd written them off. This year, brilliant. And I went, why the transition, Terry?
Yeah, I said, well, did you go to see the Wizard yet? I think he went to see the Wizard.
He'd been to see the Wizard, and everybody was going, who's the Wizard? Well, I was telling you, who's the Wizard?
The wonderful Wizard of Oz. You got a new head.
Did you see the Wizard? I'm like, Wizard? Oh, you've been drinking.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Was
Everybody was laughing. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know where you're coming from. You were totally different. Wasn't it?
Totally different. Totally different.
Player.
We got a few players that needed to go this year, but they're all right. They've steadied the ship. They've steadied the ship at the moment.
The Wizard now. Sorry for scoring the goals.
Oh, aye.
Well, that's it, lads. We've had the chat.
Yeah.
They're on their second. That's not a pint. It's half a pint, isn't it?
I think it.
Is that a pint?
That's a pint, yeah.
Only had two.
Oh, no, yeah. Is that it?
Well,
When the camera goes off, then we're here for the night. I'll pick you up in the morning.
it depends if you're stopped for the fair.
No, well, we'll stop for 1 minute.
So,
Listen, thanks very much to Terry.
No
Thanks to
problem,
Archie.
Bernie.
Thank you.
They're great guys. I've known them for many years. I played with Archie. I've heard loads of stories about Terry and around the world with Terry. Still not been to Tokyo, like. Did you go with the Geisha girls, by the way? Did you see the Geisha girls? Did they make
oh, we
it to you?
did, but we didn't. Better seeing than touching.
Right, up the border. Cheers, thanks for watching. Cheers, thanks to Dovecot. Oh, well done, lads. It's alright, yeah. We're